superheroes or vigilantes? Are they both? Are they superheroes and vigilantes? I guess the proper definition, the official definition of a vigilante is a person, a group that operates outside the law, right? Without law enforcement affiliation, cooperation, endorsement. So by that definition, I guess Batman, the Punisher, Daredevil, Superman, Wonder Woman, the list goes on, right? So I decided to make the video because everybody keeps talking about Citizen Vigilante. Citizen Vigilante, that is a European, I believe it's a German film by director Uwe Boll, I believe his pronunciation, U-W-E, Boll, Uwe Boll, and starring Armie Hammer as the Citizen Vigilante, which is really dividing people. I think Rotten Tomatoes has the critics like 8% or something, and the audience score is like 85, not whatever. Yeah, it's really, so the critics are hating it, and the public is loving it. I have not seen it. I saw a couple clips, and what stuck in my mind, of course, was the idea of vigilanteism. So, number one, let's go right to the source. Maybe the granddaddy, I guess. I would say Bruce Wayne, Batman, Mr. Wayne, billionaire, playboy. He's really the first, right? Well, not the first superhero, but I'd say the first sort of hardcore vigilante, the vigilante superhero. Now, before him and subsequently, you've got many. But when you think, I think comic books or superhero movies or just, graphic novels, of course, a lot of cartoons, animated, series, you think Batman as the vigilante. He's the Dark Knight. In fact, Uwe Boll, writer-director of Citizen Vigilante, he had considered, or the working title of Citizen Vigilante was The Dark Knight. And then I believe DC, Warner Brothers sent him a cease and desist. Can't do it, Uwe, can't. But that's the crux, like the core. Batman is considered the, I guess, most prominent, most famous superhero vigilante, whereas Superman, I guess by, again, official definition, is considered a vigilante as well. But he's sort of the good guy. He's the boy in blue, right? The Boy Scout. Whereas the Dark Knight Batman is looked upon as the Dark Knight is more of a vigilante, hardcore, I will get justice or even revenge. And then we come to the next. I guess, most popular, grows in popularity all the time. And of course, that is Frank Castle, the Punisher. And it's a great one. He's a great one, the Punisher, because of all the superheroes, of all the comic book characters, he really has no powers, right? I mean, Daredevil's, got very few. But he's got the enhanced sight, the enhanced enhanced senses, reflexes. And then Batman has all that, all those wonderful toys, as the Joker would say. He's got the utility belt, endless supply of toys, which in a way gives him sort of superpowers. Whereas the Punisher, if I'm correct, pretty much just carries his ammo, his gear, his guns, and is pretty skilled in them. And of course, Frank Castle, the Punisher, he is much more focused on the mob, right? The mafia, the organized crime. He wants to take down organized crime more. But of course, if any other bad dude, bad guy or bad gal gets in the way, he'll be more than happy to satisfy, right? Happy to accommodate, as it were. So now we get, of course, to finish, Batman and the Punisher. Obviously, again, you're talking about probably the most famous vigilantes, right? You do have Daredevil, even Deadpool, characters that are more sort of hardcore superhero crime fighters, but they're more the vigilante label. Though, again, officially, if you are not a law enforcement officer, you're a vigilante. I was saying the only one that I can think of offhand that would be still an agent of the law enforcement maybe, I'm trying to think, but I can't offhand. The idea is who is more in line with the law? Who is more something that the law, that say the police or the FBI, the CIA blesses? And I feel like, I'm talking about in the comic book world, in the comic book world. Where is that one person? Now you could say even Batman, he with Commissioner Gordon, he cooperates or he works with Commissioner Gordon. So there you go, Gordon. Okay. So finally we get to Citizen Vigilante, which, yes, I have not seen it. It's making a huge splash. I think it either is still or was number one on Apple, iTunes, Amazon, a bunch of the streaming giants. So it's going to be really interesting to see when it is made more available. Like, will Amazon have it included in Prime? Streaming it. You can rent and buy it now. But will a streamer like Amazon, like Apple, iTunes, like Netflix, whatever, will they pick that up? Because in Germany, it's not been outright banned, but I guess they say when you don't have a rating, they didn't give it a rating, so it almost becomes like an X-rated movie, like a no-no. And so for now, it's hard to get, or you can still see it, but I guess it's sort of like implicitly or sort of shadow banned. There you go, shadow banned in a way. So what do you think? I mean, I think when I just watched an interview on YouTube with Uwe Boll talking about why he did this. And he keeps saying it's more because of the criminals, the criminal element, not immigration per se. And again, I haven't seen it, but people are saying that there's scenes where Citizen Vigilante just kind of kills like a whole family, a bunch of people. So it's pretty hard watch. Tell us what you think. Eventually, I guess I'll get to see it. People are saying it's just a bad film in terms of the writing, technical, and and the 1-2 scene I saw was not really that well done, I gotta say. But it was a quick scene. I'm not sure. Tell us what you think. Tell us your thoughts and your opinions. Give us your thoughts. Express them. Hope you're enjoying. Hope you're subscribing. See you soon.
Where's the best sci-fi on YouTube?
On a sci-fi guy, of course.